Sidang hadirin, kini tibalah masanya yang dinanti-nantikan untuk kita mendengar ucapan utama dari tetamu kehormat kita. Majlis dengan segala hormat silakan Yang Berhormat Haji Jamaluddin, Menteri Belia dan Sukan Malaysia untuk tampil bagi menyampaikan ucapan utama dan seterusnya melancarkan program podium. Ladies and gentlemen, the speech by the Honourable Minister of Youth and Sports Malaysia.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan salam satu Malaysia. Terima kasih saudara pengacara majlis, kepada div-div kehormat semua yang hadir pada hari ini, dan yang paling penting sekali kepada semua atlet dan juga jurulatih yang akan dilantik dan diserapkan ke dalam podium Malaysia. Tepukan gemuruh kepada all our athletes and all our coaches. Pertamanya saya nak ucapkan terima kasih kepada Dr. Khairi Zawi, Ketua Pegawai Eksekutif Institut Sukan Negara, yang telah memberikan kenalan berkenaan dengan majlis kita pada hari ini, dan juga kepada Tim Unum, our new Podium Director, who's given a wonderful description of what Podium Malaysia is all about. Hearing from both of them, it reassures me how this program is in good hands. That the people running, the people driving this program really not just understand what we're trying to do with Podium Malaysia, but believe in the cause. Saya sangat bangga dengan semua yang terlibat dalam persiapan Podium Malaysia, sebab ini adalah satu perancangan jangka masa panjang. This is a long-term strategy and a long-term plan to put Malaysia on the podium. In fact, apart from the coaches and the athletes who have been chosen for Podium Malaysia, the biggest beneficiary of Podium Malaysia is not even in the room today. The person who stands to gain the most from Podium Malaysia is the next Minister of Sports when we win gold medals at the Olympic Games in 2020. How long we gone? Now, Tim, who's given the introduction just now, has extensive experience as a high-performance athlete, as an Olympic coach, as an Olympic administrator, and as an Olympic podium program developer. And he is certainly of great value in driving the change and driving the program for Podium Malaysia right here in Malaysia. About 1 year ago, we gathered here in Bukit Jalil where we announced the new sports model. Hampir setahun lepas, kita telah melancarkan model sukan baru bagi pembangunan sukan di Malaysia di Bukit Jalil. The new sports model was conceived in the wake of relatively poor performance at both the 2014 Asian and Commonwealth Games. Selepas kita dapat prestasi yang tidak memberangsangkan di Sukan Asia dan Sukan Commonwealth pada tahun 2014, kita telah buat perancangan bagaimana kita dapat bangkitkan semula sukan Malaysia, terutamanya di peringkat atlet elit kita. I called for a thorough review of our whole high-performance sports system and brought in a panel of experts from the Western Australia Institute of Sports to ensure that the whole process was objective, was transparent, and as effective as possible. We did not want to have internal analysis of what went wrong. We want to get people from outside Malaysia to tell us and to confirm what actually went wrong and how we can fix this. The panel that came from Australia interviewed more than 130 key stakeholders in an 11-work period to conduct that interview and to make recommendations as to how we can improve. Bukan satu kajian ataupun bukan satu exercise yang dijalankan oleh kita saja, tetapi kita telah jemput pakar daripada luar untuk melihat di mana sistem kita boleh ditambah baik dan apa kita boleh buat untuk memastikan bahawa the so-called lack of success in 2014 tidak diulangi. Now, the Western Australian Institute of Sports team identified many issues with Malaysian high-performance system that was collectively holding us back. Many kelemahan, many weaknesses that we needed to fix. Now, these problems were not with one singular agency, but all of them together, both inside and outside of the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And these issues were bound within a vicious cycle that was hurting Malaysian sports, and we kept on repeating the mistakes again and again. What Tim said, if you do the same thing again and again, you're going to get the same outcome. The ecosystem of high-performance sports was damaged in this country, and if it wasn't fixed, Malaysia's systemic decline in sports would be inevitable and would continue for years and years on end. We had to do something, and this was the time to act. With actual performance at sports championships equivalent to potential performance minus process losses, the study indicated that we had decent potential performance, and we all know this. Bakat di Malaysia dalam bidang sukan sangat tinggi. We have so much talent in Malaysia, but there were process losses along the way, which resulted in actual performance suffering and potential performance not being able to see or being materialized. Our process losses were hurting us at every possible level. The report highlighted 70 different issues that Malaysia had to overcome to succeed on the world stage. We met about a year ago, on the 12th of February, to discuss the new sports model. Many suggestions came out of it, but they were all underpinned by one fundamental and one very important point for us to succeed. We needed to be all about high performance. That was the buzzword. We needed to make sure that high performance was a culture, high performance was an overriding ethos. We had to make sure that everything we do berteraskan kepada prestasi tinggi or high performance. There needed to be a deliberate, concerted effort to move the sports ecosystem to the future. And everyone agreed that what we needed was a high performance model. Now, let us be clear what high performance is. I know a lot of people are saying, what is high performance? Apakah prestasi tinggi? What does that mean? Doesn't that just mean that we have to get good results? No. Good results are the result of a high performance ecosystem. Then you get the good results. When you have high performance culture, when you have a high performance mindset, when you have a high performance ecosystem, you get the result. That's high performance results. It's not results that makes it a high performance, it's the ecosystem that makes it high performance. Now, high performance is about adopting the world's best practices in everything that we do. It's about being science and data driven. It's not about being, I feel this way, I think you can do it better. No evidence-based, no data, no science. It's about using the information that we collect through ISN, through the coaches, through our analysts, and making sure that that information drives the training plan, drives the athlete preparation. It's about us getting up in the morning and wanting to be truly world-class, whether we're an athlete, a coach, administrator, support staff, minister. We want to get up and say, I want to drive change today so that we become world-class in Malaysian sports. High performance, above all, is a mindset and a culture based on passion, communication, excellence, accountability to ourselves and others. We weren't accountable enough. The Western Australian Institute of Sports report said, nobody's accountable in Malaysia. Everyone was blaming everyone else. Tidak ada budaya accountability dalam sukan di Malaysia. So high performance is about being accountable to ourselves, to others, to the taxpayers who's paying for PODIUM Malaysia. Adopting a growth mindset, being a lifelong learner, never saying that I know everything. Saya dah tahu segala-galanya. I don't want to listen to this guy from ISM telling me what to do because I know what to do already. I'm a coach of 30 years. Don't tell me what to do. No, we can learn from each other. That's what high performance is about. And working collaboratively for the greater good of Team Malaysia. Because we're all in one team. Not just within the ministry, but with our friends at OCM, with our friends at the Paralympic Council. We are all Team Malaysia. One team, accountable to each other and supporting each other. In return for that, what do we see? Apa pulangan yang kita dapat apabila kita ada mindset, mentality, sikap, budaya, berprestasi tinggi? Kita dapat excellence in sports administration and governance. This is not just about the athletes. This is not just about the coaches. But this is also about sports administrators practicing that high performance culture and mindset, driving their organizations, the NSAs, the state associations, the school sports clubs, to making sure that they can feed into this high performance ecosystem. Excellence in sports administration and governance. Better prepared athletes, where athletes get to that big stage, Olympics, Paralympics, Asian Games, Commonwealth Games, they are ready. They're ready because they've mastered their performance already. They're not obsessed about targets, they're obsessed about mastering performance because the results follow from that. World-class coaches, because this is the most important thing. With world-class coaches, you get excellent athletes. A maximization of sports science and sports medicine support. It's not just support services anymore. It's integrated into the program. Sports science and sports medicine comes in together with coaching, designing the training program for the athletes to ensure that you get every single gain from the athletes, marginal gains, so that you can get that podium finish. Sporting agencies working collaboratively towards high-performance best practices, cooperation, kerjasama antara agensi, no more. Tak ada lagi menuding jari, salah dia, salah dia, salah dia. No, we are collectively accountable together. More medals gained at tournaments and championships. See, that's way down the list. Because I don't want to say Podium Malaysia delivers medals. It delivers everything else first. The medals will come after we deliver on that ecosystem. And international recognition for our country. Because when you do well in sports, that's one of the biggest selling points for a country. To that end, I've appointed somebody who drives that high-performance culture. We needed somebody to be the anchor, somebody to be the heavyweight who brings about the change as far as high performance is concerned. And I appointed Keith Power as our high performance director, whom I'm sure many of you know. Heavyweight, I say that in metaphorically, and I say that literally as well. Everyone knows Keith. Keith, he can't stand up because he's just cut his leg, high performance right there. He's been tasked to address these improvement areas and has developed a high performance transformation plan across all our agencies. This plan provides a clear shared vision, mission, and values and goals for now and into the future. This has to be sustainable. Ini bukan program 1-2 tahun saja. Ini program untuk 5-10 tahun akan datang. We leave an imprint, a DNA in Malaysian sports which we all agree on. This is not just my vision. We've spoken together with OCM, we've spoken together with the Parliamentary Council. This is what we want together. This plan provides a clear shared vision. Encompasses 8 key initiatives to create and sustain a high-performance sports ecosystem for Malaysia, which are as follows. 1. Collaboration with all KBS key stakeholders to ensure successful high-performance transformation. 2. NSAs that deliver world-class governance and leadership for their respective sports. We want sports associations to come together with us in this journey for high performance. It cannot be led by the central agencies under the federal government anymore. We must devolve this high performance mindset to everybody, including Persatuan-Persatuan Sukan, come together with us on this journey. ISM, delivering world-class sports science, medicine, technology for coaches and athletes for optimal performances. World-class coaches with the latest skills and knowledge to help athletes perform at their maximum level. Podium Malaysia is our world-class elite program to maximize our performance at the Olympics, Asian and Commonwealth Games, and it provides new levels of expertise and support services. To become overall champions in SEA Games 2017 through the Kita Juara program. This is one of the other important components of the high-performance ecosystem. We're not just focused on the Olympics, we're not just focused on Asian Games, Commonwealth Games. We know that the biggest stage for our young athletes to prove themselves is still the SEA Games. In 2017, we want to make sure that we win that outright. So Kita Juara, very, very important. A world-class talent development plan through MSN and with the State Sports Council. So now what we have is we have Majlis Pelancaran playing that support role to ISM. So Shapawi and his guys are going to be running development together with the State Sports Councils, together with the Sports Association to make sure that we have the talent pool who will be competing to get into Podium Malaysia. And this includes the MSN blueprint for the 19 core sports and selected sport development programs for the 6 sports that the PM announced 2 years ago in the budget. And also special projects. Athlete post-career, maintenance of the My Talent ID program, NFDP for football, and a soon-to-be-announced program for cycling, and perhaps some of the other sports. So these are special projects that are also driven with the high-performance culture.